Ladies and gentlemen, hello, this is Debo from Go, and welcome to this week's video about Magic the Gathering. Before we get started, if you enjoy our content, please give a like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. This is a great way to support our channel for free. Every format has meta-defining cards that everyone plays, and for good reason. Standard is no different. But there are also a plethora of cards that look great on paper but just haven't caught on within the meta. The following list of cards, in no particular order, are the cards that should be seeing more play way more frequently than they are. And that's assuming they see play at all. We've picked standard cards from across the board with this one, so let's just jump right on it. But first, our honorable mention, Angel of Grace. For the longest time, Angel of Grace hardly saw any play, and I'm not quite sure why. Having a big, beefy threat flash out on turn 5 or sooner seems extremely wanted, especially when we saw decks utilize cards like Archangel Avacyn, Sirach Dragonclaw, and Teferi Mage of Zhalfir, all within their standard meta. But needless to say, they found their home. Angel of Grace, until just recently, had it. It's not like it doesn't have a good effect. 5/4 flyer with flash that is literally a saving grace for you on ETB that can also save you a turn later from the graveyard? I mean, come on, that seems powerful. Our number 7 pick is FAEBURROW Elder. This card saw all sorts of hype when it was first spoiled. For 3 mana, we have a vigilant creature that gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. They can also tap for each of those colors as well, meaning you can get Wooburg off of a single tap. This card has a home with Niv Mizzet Reborn being hit off its ETB effect, and being able to be tapped for 5 mana from Niv alone. There's even an infinite combo in Standard with FAEBURROW Elder when it's being paired with Theater of Horror and High Alert. Not to mention, this card is just great in a 3 or 4 color deck, even if it's just being used as a beater that can sometimes tap for mana. DOMRI Chaosbringer comes in at number 6. I suppose the reason this card hasn't seen more play is it's fighting pretty hard for the 4-drop slot in these decks. But with the availability of Proliferate and a relatively fast ultimate, I'm not sure why this card isn't seeing more play. Not to mention, the tick up fits really nicely with big creature strategies, giving us a way to provide haste, or with our adapt strategies by giving them a fast +1/+1 counter to trigger their abilities. Not to mention, his -2 is card advantage in the right deck, snagging 2 creatures off the top of your library. But his ultimate, creating a 4/4 beast at each instep, is a goal worth hitting, and seems fairly doable in this current meta. At number 5, we have Bolt Bend. I guess I'm becoming notorious for adding uncommons to these lists, and Bolt Bend is no exception. We have a lot of efficiently costed creatures running around with 4 power or more. With the removal of Veil of Summer from the format, this seems like it'd be a great addition to any Gruul aggro list, running Gruul Spellbreaker, Questing Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, Lovestruck Beast, etc. By being able to redirect the target removal spell to either a creature of yours that will survive it, or to an opponent's permanent that's a legal target for the spell, which basically makes this a 1 mana counterspell on the right aggro lists. That seems decent enough to me, at the very least as a sideboard card. Speaking of targeted removal, Font of Agonies makes our number 4 spot. This card has seen 0 play, none whatsoever. We even have all of the pain lands that can trigger this card, not to mention other powerful cards like Underworld Lich, the Cauldron of Eternity, and Doom Whisperer, all of which could work well together. We even have Bolas' Citadel and Mystic Forge as other ways to trigger the blood counters on this thing, and we still haven't really found a place for it. Sure, it's a little soft to something like Teferi, but in those matchups, we can just switch them out for something like Duress in the sideboard. I just don't see why having a repeatable 2 mana murder wouldn't be good, especially in decks that are willing to pay life to get other benefits as well. At number 3, we have our land, Mobilized District. With Fires of Invention running around needing a way to utilize our mana, and so many Planeswalker control decks, I'm honestly surprised this card isn't seeing more play. We get an activation of 4 to turn this land into a Vigilant 3/3 for blocks and attacks. What's more, we get to lessen the activated ability of this card with each new Planeswalker by 1. So if we end up with 4 walkers on the field, its activation cost is free. This card seems good in the right deck, but it hardly sees any play, and I just don't get it. And what if our creatures get blown up? What then? Well, our number 2 pick could be quite the circus with Gruesome Menagerie. For 3 black, we get a sorcery that allows us to return a creature of converted mana costs 1, 2, and 3 respectively. We have so many powerful creatures at those mana costs, it baffles me this doesn't see play in something like Mardu Knights, Mono Black or Rakdos Aggro, or even something like White Black Life Gain. I mean, imagine it is now late game. Your opponent stabilized, but is now top decking along with you, and you draw this. You cast it, and you get back Knight of Even Legion, Dreadhorde Butcher, and Rotting Registrar, all powerful threats within their own right. The power level here could just be absolutely nuts. Our final pick is our artifact, VIVIEN'S ARKBOW. This card's great. It's a fantastic card. It comes down early to skirt counterspell. It makes bad cards in hand potentially better cards by digging relatively deep in your deck, while also being able to go underneath the counterspell. And since it can be activated on your opponent's end step, it's also a great way to hold up removal and other interaction, only to activate this instead. And in a pinch, you can even activate this card in response to an attack, potentially getting something that can block or kill a threat your opponent has. Despite it being legendary, it actually is a decent benefit. It basically means that all future copies of it can be spun into a creature. This card should be seeing some mainboard play and absolutely sideboard play against control matchups, but it's not. These were the top 7 cards not seeing play in Standard, but should. And in all honesty, all are decent cards for what they do. What am I missing about these cards? What are the cards that I neglect? Was there something that should be on this list but isn't? Let us know in the comments down below. Again, my name is Debo from Say Go. We can't do this without you, and we'll be talking to you again real soon.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our content. If you liked our video, you'll probably like these as well. And if you would, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And in the description below, you'll find our TCG affiliate link, where you can buy the cards that you need while also supporting us, Say Go, and our show.